Hi, I actually had a break in transmission, and I thought of coming tomorrow to complete my broadcast, but I don't know what tomorrow will look like. Tomorrow is going to be very, very tight. So I think it's just fine for me to come out and then finish out what I was saying. The first network was not nice, and I hope this one is going to be nice. Welcome to my broadcast if you're just coming into my broadcast for the first time. Now, you're also Augustine, and I'm here to give us a continuation of my previous broadcast, which was 8 years of the Kringle Private Society for the month of February 2021. So, what I will do is go straight to the content. If you are just coming in, I would appreciate if you can give me a thumbs up and then do subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed to my channel. My purpose as a member in the community is to give you information per time. And if I do not give proper information per time, then it's very likely that you will be misinformed. The purpose of broadcasters is to pass out the right information. Okay? So I'm going to be very brief, as brief as possible. All right. So sharing my screen. I think my screen is now being shared. So this is where I am at the moment. And I was talking about these numbers. These numbers has remained this way because we are entering the next gear. And then entering the next gear, we are coming up slowly. I said that in my previous broadcast. So if you are just coming into this broadcast, kindly refer to my previous broadcast. And I don't know what this thing is working. And I bring in people, it doesn't reflect. I hope that it's corrected very soon. Well, I also talked about mass adoption team. I said that our mass adoption team members are growing. As at last month, it was 8,308. Now it's 8,463. So that means we are slowly building our numbers by the day. I also talked about this, and I think this was what I was concentrating myself on before my network decided to misbehave. And I thought about this one too. Now, let me throw some light on this before I go back to that one. And then I'm through with my broadcast for today. I also led emphasis on the previous broadcast I had made before the one I did earlier on this morning, which was about Scarcity 1.0. I said that the administration spoke in esoteric language and then he deliberately put it there so that everybody that partook of the promotion last month and in previous months should be aware of what it takes to uphold or have those coins. It requires contribution positively to the Kringle Private Society. I was talking about this particular triangle and I was saying that majority of the people who partook in the mass promo, 2020 promo, and had as many TBC, I said that the purpose of TBC is openness, the direct opposite of the reality that we see. And the system we are seeing today is laden with corruption and it is manipulated by the kingdoms of darkness. That's why evil is the in thing now, and everybody is seeing it, and they are beginning to accept it as a way of life. You have power, and if you and someone agrees together to say no to their evil agenda, so will their evil agenda be brought to nothing. That's why we are building a 1 billion strong economy to say no to what they are doing. Meanwhile, in the distribution phase, we are going to have trillionaires, we are going to have billionaires, we are going to have millionaires, and we are going to have workers of the economy. Now, we do not know where exactly these billionaires and trillionaires are, but they are going to contain this level. Now, some people who took part in the promotion, they will handle it with kid glove. So many of them will not take it serious because they feel that they've had so much coins and they are like, what am I using these coins for? At the moment, it's not useful. At the moment, merchants are not accepting it and they do not want to make any effort to tell someone about it. They don't want to make any effort. All they want to do is selfishly pay their subscription fee. And after paying their subscription fee, they enjoy the abundance of coins given by the administration. And they will stack it up somewhere, waiting for the system to become liquid enough so that they can just go there and start using their coins. The protocol of meritocracy does not align with that mindset. That mindset is laden with corruption, it is laden with selfishness, it is laden with self gratification. The purpose of TBC is to go into a billion members, bring in people, whether they pay or they do not pay, that doesn't really matter. But at some point, when the system becomes more necessary that the community funds itself, you will see that these people will come in and they will start paying their subscription fee. I have already said that. I have said that those who had so much coins, because they think it is not useful, at some point when the coins will be taken, they will not know. I have emphasized on this a good number of times. Not once, not twice, again and again. Repetition is for emphasis. I am emphasizing on it again and again so that so many people who are hearing me will not say you were not informed. Okay? Now the promotion is over, and the new ones who are coming in now will find out that when they pay a subscription fee, that they get 0.1 TPC, and then they will discover that it becomes a bit more difficult for them to get as many coins as they had in the previous promotion. So because of that, at some point they will dilly dally, at some point they will be reluctant, but sooner or later they will have to start making efforts. I want you to know that this second breed of generation that will enjoy this particular promotion now that started from today, they are going to be the ones that will even seem to value it more than the first ones who just pay their subscription fee and had an abundant amount of coins. Trust me, failure to have full responsibility and stewardship over your coins, those coins are not yours. You are not showing proper stewardship. Those coins will be taken away from you. But it's obvious that people seem to value what they work for. So these new ones who has come in, they work so hard, especially those who want to make a difference. Those that are now in this new system, this new Kringle reward system for the month of February going forward, they are going to be the ones to have a reasonable amount of coins, a good number of TBC, but they would not have up to about, let me say, 2000 TBC. You may be so hardworking, but you may not be able to get as many as 2000 TBC. Even if you are doing well to bring in enough merchants and members in the community, it will be quite difficult for you to amass 2000 TBC. But in the previous time, you could see someone with 5,000 TBC or even more, you know. Now, these people who have these things, they would find out that, well, at this point, it's not so useful and they don't want to work because if you are working, you will find out that there is use case in it. And these things are generational wealth that are being stored up to you. You may not even be able to exhaust as much as 3 or 4 TBCs throughout your lifetime. So they are stored up as generational wealth so that people can enjoy the beauty of TBC at the long run. But you will find out that these people, because they choose not to do the part of building the community, those coins at some point, because of it is needed for the help of the community at large, when the demand comes in, those coins will be recycled into the hands of those who will value it. Another thing you should please bear in mind is that as the distribution continues, there will be a further spread or drop in the amount of coins that are given out by the administration. I think I have thrown enough light on this. Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. Now, this particular one, you have clearly seen it. There is no more competition going on between the administration and members of the community. Is approximately the same amount that is paid. Now, for instance, if a member pays the subscription fee, the person can also engage in a transaction. For instance, a new member pays the subscription fee and then he wants to buy TBC. As little as $40, he can get zero point 0.1 TBC. Now, there are two ways to go about it. For instance, subscription fee and he wants TBC, I can decide to tell him you can make a yearly subscription of approximately $360. As soon as you've done so, I will make you a millionaire with just $360. Every month, I would give you about 1.2 million worth of Kringle coins, which is approximately zero point 0.1. You are going to enjoy that offer for the next 10 months. And then that is just because you gave me $360. Now, that is one way to view it. Now, there is also another way of viewing it. The person pays the subscription fee, and then you want to trade with him directly. Now, when you trade with him, you go about a transaction verification so that he gives you $40 either in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or whichever prevailing currency that you want. And then you give him in replacement zero point 0.1 Kringle coins. So it's either way. The first way, you can make a yearly subscription or a 2-year subscription fee so that every month this person enjoys zero point 0.1 automatically by the system. Or you do transaction verification. With transaction verification, you now as an individual will be the one to transfer the coins to him. And then when you do so, you would give him $40 worth of Kringle coins and do a transaction verification. For those of us who are not aware of what transaction verifications are, when you come to this particular place, this marketing section, then you come down. I think it's marketing section, right? Yeah. And then under marketing section, am I right? Was it marketing section? Okay, reward section. Under reward section, you will see sender, you will see receiver. Now, as a sender are the people that will send to the receiver. The receiver is the person that is giving him Pringles. The sender is the person that wants to buy it. The receiver, sorry, the sender is the person that wants to the sender is the person that wants to give its Kringle coins. The receiver is the person that is collecting it. So it is the receiver that writes to the sender, and the sender will approve it. So this is where transaction verifications will take place. Take your time to explore it at your own time. And you can only access this if you have a paid subscription. If you are not a paid subscriber, either as a billionaire or as a millionaire, you will not enjoy this. So either way. Now, the opportunity now that has been presented, this opportunity is something that will encourage transactions in our private community. And I would think that those who understand this system can make some money and put in their pocket, or they can choose to get it in bulk, however you want to go about it. I think this is an excellent way. This way is more beneficial to the community compared to how it was in previous times. There were no way of encouraging transactions. Broadcast. If you do broadcast, the media war is raging and it's getting closer. It's going to be very, very tough if there are not enough broadcasters. So that is the reason why admin is going to keep giving out one TBC. And at some point, you'll see there will be more emphasis that will be laid in broadcasting. But then I think that will be the admin to decide until this 500 million is reached. The broadcasting is something that is required that members in the communities continue to do so that people in the TBC community are informed. You cannot just be a broadcaster. You have to have understanding. If you don't have proper understanding, well, I don't know. So understanding is required for you to move forward. Meetings. Emphasis are now being made on meetings. Let people come for meetings again and again and again. Because it is only through meetings that you can understand how well we are doing in our Kringle private society. Mass adoption meeting, weekly meetings. It is necessary that everybody enjoys these meetings so that they can gather as many coins as possible. This is the strength of the community, bringing in merchants, bringing in members. This is the strength. When you look at this, you find out that merchants are the ones that create liquidity, but it is one TBC. And then members are the people that will use TBC, and then it is 10 TBC. Initially, I was asking myself, why is it that merchants is one and members are 10? I was like, shouldn't merchants be 10 and members 1? But on a second thought, I came to understand that at 1 billion, 1 billion verified members at mass adoption, I mean, when we've come to critical mass, when we have come to our economy phase, we are going to be having about 50 million, between 50 million to 100 million merchants. And then the rest of the community are going to be members patronizing these merchants. Over time, you will discover that merchants will begin to come to the community. Why would they be coming to the community? It is simple. They were going to realize that TBC has value, and that value is not something attached to a microchip. So they will enjoy coming into the community and they want to do business with existing members in the community. We have already said we are against the agenda of the microchip. We've been saying it and we'll keep saying it. So in bottom line is we are strongly in line by putting 10 TBCs. To bring one person, you are giving that. And I do not think that this promotion will continue continuously until it gets to 500 million. I believe that at some point there is going to be a further reduction in the supply of Kringles to members within the community. This is the second stage of the Kringle Private Society distribution. We have had some distributions in previous times, but the most significant is that 2020 promo. Now we are in the next level, which is this one, a further reduction. People who are saying that the administration should return back to how it was before. No, it's not going to happen. We are now going to continue to reduce it, and it's just going to happen naturally. As there is a reduction in the supply, there will be more demand, and everybody will be rushing because as time goes on, the serious members will fill out the mass adoption team, and business will begin. All right, I've said on that. Rapid reward. Please take note, 24 and 48-hour rapid rewards are only applicable to new members in the community. The moment you have stayed 24 hours above in the community, you are now an old member. You can't benefit from the rapid reward. So it is advised that every new member takes advantage of this rapid reward. I've already talked about the monthly merchants monthly recruitment. If you bring in merchants, you enjoy the benefit of having at least one whole TBC. Program fee, I have already said it. Now, when you look at this, I didn't pay attention to millionaires, it's just billionaires. The reason why is because we are building a tree, we are building a triangle, and we must make sure that we consolidate firmly on these billionaires before we move into the millionaires. You should please take note of this. This thing is something that everybody should take note of because as we build into the community and we are putting policies into place and we are now enforcing it, do not say you were not informed. This thing is being said again and again. Let people in the community take their time to read through this content. Because if you are not reading through this content, what you are doing is that you are shooting yourself at the leg. So please always take your time to read through the content. Okay? I want to stop at this point. I have said a lot, and I believe the informations I passed across are reasonable, and I pray that we can utilize it. There is so much that will be coming up in this year, 2021, and one of the things that will be coming up is a more secure wallet, a wallet that is very, very secure and tight, a wallet that will encourage privacy, and a wallet that you cannot have access to. At this point, what we just have is password and then a particular security question. Very soon, facial verification will come in. And those people who are unwilling to build the TBC community, it is now going to be such that if you are not paying your subscription fee, your send button will be turned off, pending after which your 3 month subscription expires. And then if you are a billionaire, millionaire, then there will be a need for your coins to be returned. I talked about chat in our previous video, and I want to talk about it again. This is how the system is going to interact with you. When you are not meeting up to your responsibility, the commissioner will be on this chat, the admin will also be on this chat, and I think the IT team will be on the chat. Peradventure, you need anything, you can always reach out to them. And I think other things are also put into place so that it will ease communication interactions within our Kringle private society. I'm going to stop here at this point. I think I've been able to say something. The thing I wasn't able to say in my previous broadcast, I may not have said it exactly, but I was able to summarize it. All right, I'll stop here. So thank you very much for you that chose to finish up with the broadcast that I started up earlier on today. I really appreciate it. So till I come your way again some other time. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.